Hello everyone, welcome back. We're gonna do another pond video today. You can see the rosy reds swimming there. They're all very active. It's 75 degrees today. 70, I think it was like 73. It's probably 75 now. But anyway, I got some new fish. Took a trip to PetSmart, and I've got, look at that, two kois. See if I can hold this sideways so you guys can see it a little bit better. There you go. They were like $8 each. So these are like the Japanese koi that like grow like 2 feet to 3 feet long. So I got white ones so that they'll stand out from the so they'll stand out from the goldfish that are in the pond. This way I'm going to track them for like a couple of weeks. My goal is to get 4 of them in there, right? Because I figure if I got 4 of them in there, a good chance I'm going to have at least one male and one female, and they'll be able to breed down the road. Okay, so I also got like a white color. See, that kind of like has some white coloring. This way I can, they'll stand out against the other fish, against the goldfish. So what we're going to do now with these guys, we're going to basically, let's take them to the shallow end over here. See the roses there? And we're going to put them, we're going to put the bag in the water here at the shallow end so that the temperature in the bag will match the temperature of the water. And then this way when I put them in the water, they're not going to be shocked. So we're going to leave it there for about 20 minutes or so. Okay, and then I got another bag over here. Okay, this one's got an assortment. So I got some, I think those are like, those are barbs. I forgot the name. I think they're white with a black stripe. I don't remember what type of barbs these are. Whatever. Okay. And then I got some zebra Daniels. Those are the ones with the stripe, with the black stripe going across. And I got some shrimp, some ghost shrimp over there. The ghost shrimp are really good because they're gonna breed. They breed a lot, and then as they breed, they'll provide. Obviously, they'll make more shrimp, and those baby shrimp will also feed the fish because the fish will eat the baby shrimp. And I hear that the shrimp breed really quickly. And I got some snails. The snails are basically good algae eaters, and they also breed really fast. And then the fish will also eat the baby snails. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to put this in the water. Let that water, this way the water temperature of the bag will match the water temperature of the pond in a little bit. Now, just checking on those koi. Yeah, I did lose some air out of the bag, so I want to make sure that bag doesn't completely collapse. All right, so over here, let's take a look at the pond. So you got the koi there. No, not the koi. You got the rosy reds. They're very active. The temperature's about somewhere between 72 and 75 today. So that's the reason why I decided to get the koi today, since it warmed up. I didn't want to introduce fish into the pond when it was still like cold. So yeah, look at all those rosies. Zoom you guys in a little bit. Yeah, they become like really, really active. These rosy reds. The rosy reds are going to be like the foundation of this pond, because as they breed, they're going to supply basically food for the larger fish. There's a little newt right there. So there's about 120 rosy reds in here. It's been like last week because it was cold at night, and it seemed like a lot of the rosy reds were still dormant. Because I'm like, wait a second, where'd all these rosy reds go? Because I could only see like maybe like 30 of them at a time, but the other 30 were kind of like still inactive. Like today, that's like 72 to 75. Yeah, they're all out. So all of the rosy reds seem to have survived over the winter. Now, I saw the goldfish were active yesterday for the first time. And they were beautiful, man. They're like I'll see if I can get some video of the goldfish like later in the day. They seem to be active later in the day. I can see one over there, kind of hiding, but they are like hiding underneath. There you go. You see it in the middle of the screen, underneath those pine branches. I put the pine branches in there to provide cover for them, and these fish they love the pine branches. I put it in a couple of different spots. And yeah, they're all going underneath those pine branches. They love the cover oh, there you go. There's a nice one. Yeah, so there's a nice goldfish. So when these things come to the surface, they are like super bright. Like I didn't realize how bright these goldfish are. I think these are common goldfish. But they are like super bright red when they come to the surface. You can see like the rosy reds, like they got like a pinkish color. And then that goldfish has like a bright red light bulb. That one's at the surface. So some of them are like, I think that one looks like it's about 3 inches. Now remember, you can't see the tail really doesn't have too much color. So you really can't see the tail. It's kind of transparent. But with the tail, they're like between 3 and 4 inches. But those guys are bright. So last night I saw like a whole bunch of them swimming around. I'll see if I can get some video later on and attach it when I see like a whole bunch of them swimming. But my goal here is I want to I'm going to leave that end over there shallow. Okay, that's like maybe a foot deep going to this side. This side over here is about 2 feet. I want to dig this down to about 4 feet. And I was thinking, I was debating whether to do it now or wait until the August. I don't want to disturb it now because now they're kind of going into their breeding season. The frogs have already started breeding. In fact, there's a little frog nest right over there. The frogs have already started breeding. So I don't want to disturb the water. And also like there's leaves at the bottom of this pond, which there's a white mountain over there, I think. The leaves at the bottom of the pond also is a good place for them to lay their eggs. On this end over here, this is where the frogs mostly laid their eggs. You see that green stuff over there? It looks like it's is like greenery growing, but no, that's actually the frog nests. Oh, actually, there's a big fat frog right there. That's a nice frog. That guy right there. Actually, I got him in the camera. It's from that rock. Further up right there, yeah. It is in the middle of the screen now. But anyway, so what we got in this pond so far, we've got about 60 goldfish that are now, like I bought them when they were like 1 inch big. Now they're like 3 to 4 inches. And I've got 120 of these of the rosy reds, which is like the foundation, because they're going to breed fast, and they're going to provide food for the larger fish, especially the koi as they get bigger. I got about 10 white cloud mountain minnows. I think I see one over here. So they have like even though they're called white cloud mountain minnows, these are like a darker color. So they get the name white cloud mountain from the place where they come from in China. So it's White Cloud Mountain. It's not that the fish themselves are white. So in general, most of like your goldfish, your koi, like all these Asian fishes, like because in China and in Japan, it gets cold in the wintertime. So these are fish that are going to survive through the winter. Okay. So that's a good starting point. The Daniels, because I got a whole bunch of those zebra Daniels. I've been getting like mixed information as far as how cold hardy they are. So we're gonna kind of see how they do. All right. So some places I've read that they're good to go through the winter. Other places I've read that they're not. It's gonna end up being like a survival of the fittest. We'll see what, and same thing with those barbs. In some places I read that they were good for the wintertime. Other places I read that they're not. So, I'm not getting like 100 of them. I just got like 6 of them, and we're going to see how they do. The goldfish, I know, are rock solid. I mean, they are like, they've already and these rosy reds, yeah, no problem. This pond was like frozen over in the wintertime, and they came out of that just fine, and they're like swimming around. Um, and the goldfish in particular, they already breeded. They had babies because I saw a couple of them. Look at this fish over here. I have a hard time telling if that is. Where are you? Back you up just a little bit. Yeah, right there in the middle of the screen. I have a hard time telling if that is a goldfish or if it's a white cloud. I think that might be a goldfish, just a dark colored goldfish. Because like I said, I know that the goldfish, I think it was like the dark colored ones hatched out in the fall, but they look so close to like the way the white clouds look. This one over here, I'm starting to think that this is a goldfish because it's a little bit bigger, a little bit fatter, so it's actually got some growth on it. So this is a really interesting project. Initially, like I said, this water over here is the result of digging out this tactical trench that I shoot in, and initially, like I tried to actually drain this out, like when I dug this like some 10 years ago, because it was like I couldn't get in here, right? So I did some work where I raised the ground over here so I can get through, and I pushed the water over to this side over here, which extended this because this water used to like kind of stop here. So when I extended this out, it pushed the water like another 30 feet that way. So that's working good. And initially this water here was a pain in the ass, but now it's like one of the things I absolutely love about this property, having this fish pond here, and looking at this fish every day and seeing how they're doing. And also, I did a video on this. Like goldfish, they'll grow up to a foot long. It'll take them several years to get there, but it's good survival food because nobody would ever think that there's like 6 to 12-inch fish in this pond. Okay, so that's a good food reserve. And like I said, the goldfish, I don't feed them. They just eat bugs. Okay, I've never fed them once since I got them. Some whatever it was like 10 months ago. With any of these fish. There's one of those fish. I think that's, again, I'm trying to decide if that's a goldfish in there or a white cloud. It looks so much the same. But anyway, I'm going to wait another 10 minutes and then I'm going to release these fish into the pond. All right, so I've cut the bags. So now, basically, the water from the pond is starting. There he goes. Hold on. He's coming out. He's finding the hole. Trying to find the opening. Come on, little fish. Little fish. Come on, little fish. There he goes. Let's get the other one out. Come on. Let's get you out. Come on, you're free. Hold on. There he goes, he's free too. Oh, this one's hiding on here. That one's over there. This one's trying to hide under the leaves. Here you go, baby koi. Wait, where'd the other one go? This one's here. Let's try and get these guys out. Get the shrimp out. Now I'm gonna have to search this bag for those shrimp. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's swimming away. Swimming away. There's the koi. The koi is free. Free to koi. Free to koi. I'm gonna drop my cell phone in this water, and I'm gonna be freaking upset. All right. Let me pause this camera, see if I can make sure this bag is empty here that I opened. All right, so they're all in. I can see one of the koi. He's like hanging out right there. They're still a little shocked, I think, from being in this new environment. But he's just sitting there. The bobfish, I don't know. Those are like fast swimmers. Like I don't even know where they went. I don't know if they went underneath the leaves or, but that was part of the reason why I got them in a light color. They had like white coloring on them, so I can kind of tell them apart. The snails I know are going to be fine, but we shall see. Again, this is, partially survival of the fittest. We're going to see what animals, do well in this pond and multiply. Because we can see right there that those rosy reds are like, they're all over the place. The koi should do fine though. I mean, because they're like mudwater fish, cold temperatures. It gets cold in Japan. So, once they get over the initial shock, I think the koi should be fine. Just the barbs are the only ones where I'm not so sure how well they're gonna like this water. But anyway, that's today's video. Hey everyone, I want to show you these goldfish. They've come to the surface. It's like almost 4:30. So yeah, I've noticed like towards the end of the day, they like to come to the surface. Now I'm looking in the camera versus what I'm seeing with my naked eye, and they're actually a lot brighter. For whatever reason, the camera seems to dull the color a little bit. But yeah, those goldfish are bright. They're like a bright red. You got the rosy reds over here on this side. Yeah, some of them they've grown. Some of them have like maxed out. And again, I've got this one brown one there, a dark color. It looks almost like a dark colored rosy. So I think that's it's like swimming towards me right now. There's another one right over there. So I'm having a hard time telling if those are like white clouds or if those are like just dark colored goldfish that hatched out in the fall. But anyway, I want to show you the goldfish. Oh, and I do have some sad news. One of the barbs died. So that's bad. Now I found this one way over here at the shallow end where I had initially released it. So it was like right there in this area right here, like about a foot from where I released it. So I don't see any others here. Now, unfortunately, like this sank. Like sometimes when fish die, they float. Well, this one sank to the bottom. So it is possible that for whatever reason, the other barbs didn't like the water for whatever reason. Maybe some of them died a little bit deeper in and sank to the bottom. I don't know. I have no way of knowing that until I see these guys swimming. I'm not going to know if they've, if they're going to survive or if they're not going to survive. I'm not planning to get any more of these until I'm sure that they can survive. Because seeing one dead one is not a good indication. Okay, so I don't, I don't see the other 5, but yeah, that's not a good start. So until I see the other ones swimming around and being happy, I'm not going to get any more of these. Now, PetSmart does give us a 14-day warranty. So this one's going to go back to the store. And I don't know if I'm going to just get a replacement barb or maybe I'll get some other fish. But we will see. But anyway, I want to show you guys those goldfish. They're like glowing. Yeah, it's been 75 degrees all day, so the water's nice and warm, and these fish are active. The goldfish should start like chasing each other and bumping the females to get them to breed, like in the next month or so. So that's going to be fun and interesting to watch. And let me tell you, these goldfish, they're fast, man. Like when those guys get moving, they're like bullets through the water. Those goldfish. Like you think the rosy reds are fast, but man, those comets. I mean, they literally like streak through the water when they're moving. Hey everyone, great news! I see at least 2 of those barbs swimming with the rosy reds. Right there, it's in the middle of the screen right now. It's the white with the black stripe. So at least 2 of them. I thought I saw 3 a minute ago. But yeah, they've survived. So it looks like that one that died. I mean, when the lady was fishing it out of the tank, I think she dropped one. So it might have been it might have suffered a concussion when it fell. I don't know, but now it's been several hours because that was like earlier today. It was like I think I released them something like around 1, 2 o'clock, and it's now like 5 o'clock. So they've been in the water. They're swimming. They're schooling with the rosy reds. So that's good. So yeah, at least with the temperature as it is right now, it's 75 degrees. These guys look pretty happy. So I see two of them there. I assume that the other two are someplace in there. I'm gonna keep following them. Now that I know that they're schooling with the rosy reds, I'll keep looking for them. And if I see they do well, maybe I'll add a few more. So yeah, and then also the snails. I took a look at the snails. I pulled I pulled one out of the water, and I could see that they were feeding. They're like the snails are like right there. Um, and I pulled one out, and yeah, they had stuck the tongue out, and they were like eating algae off the bottom. So the snails are doing good. The shrimp I'll never find, but I'll just assume that the shrimp are also doing good. But yeah, those things are like completely transparent, so I'll never find the shrimp. And the shrimp are nice; they're like 58 cents each, so you can get But yeah, I'll assume that the shrimp are also doing good. So yeah, so far I was kind of like after I saw that one dead barb, I'm like, oh, forget it, they're all gonna die. But the two I'm seeing over there, they've acclimated real nice with those they're swimming right along with those rosy reds, so I think they're gonna do okay. So happy ending. I'm just gonna go back to the store and I'm gonna get a replacement for that one barb that died on me. Oh, look at that! I found one of the koi. The koi is swimming with the goldfish right there. Well, actually, he's broke off now. Now he's going that way. But the koi is swimming with the. I only see one. But yeah, the goldfish are running off in that direction. So yeah, these goldfish. I think I got them. I mean, there's something like 8 months old now. I mean, yeah, they're like 4 inches. Here's the thing: goldfish in the pond grow fast because here they're gonna eat all day. Okay, and I mean, goldfish are like voracious eaters. So in the pond, oh, there you go. There, I see that koi is over there. So yeah, in the pond, these fish are gonna eat all day. No, actually, that was a newt, and they grow. Actually, goldfish are terrible for like fish tanks, like aquariums in your house, because they want to eat a lot and they want to poop a lot. Goldfish have what they call a very large bioload. It means they eat a lot and they poop a lot, and they will typically like dirty your tank a lot, and like you have to have like a powerful filter. So a pond like this is ideal for goldfish, where they can like eat bugs all day and just grow and get big. Yeah, you can see that guy right over there. Just wish that the color would come through a little bit better. So that one over here, hanging out underneath that log. I saw one of them chasing another earlier, and that's a sign of like breeding. Because I looked it up. There you go. Look at that guy go right there. Those guys are fast. Look at him go. Look at him go. When they start chasing each other around, that's a sign that they're trying to breed. So and I looked up the temperature should be about 75 degrees to make them want to breed. So that's what the air temperature is today. So if it stays like this, then yeah, they're gonna breed. Hey, I believe I found one of the zebra Daniels right there in the middle of the screen. These guys are small, so they're hard to find. So there was one right there, and then there was like another one like right over here. So I actually forgot about these guys, and I saw these little black fish. I'm like, what are these black fish? Because remember, they look very different when you're looking at them from the top versus if you're looking at them from the side. So I've seen a bunch of these little ones. I'm like, oh shit, those are the zebras I put in there You know, looking at them from the top down. So it looks like all the fish are doing good. The only fish that we lost was that one barb. You know, and the fish was probably injured, probably before it even got here. So that's why we lost that fish.